Good afternoon and welcome back to the West Ham Network for your 30th of March Hammer Headlines show in association with the guys over at kumb.com. If you have not already, make sure you go over to their website, check out their content. They have a fantastic forum, general discussions, you name it, everything's on there. Also got a YouTube channel. Go across and check them out. And if you are new around here on the West Ham Network, please make sure you do hit that subscription button. Please make sure you hit those thumbs up. And also, please leave a comment and let us know some feedback as well. But as we normally do, we do bring to you 3 particular topics of the day and bring them into one particular show, give you a brief discussion on them, and want you to engage in the chat if you can. So get the comments in below. Before I move on, make sure you check the channel tonight. Tony Carr, West Ham and Me, live on the West Ham Network. Please get yourself involved. It's going to be a fantastic show. You can go into the comments. You can leave your live questions for Tony Carr. You will love it and we'll get them answered for you as well. So make sure you do join us there. Now, first up today, the first story is that Fulham apparently are ready to offer and rival West Ham in the race to sign Areola by offering the French goalkeeper a return to the Craven Cottage next season. West Ham hold an option for the 29-year-old's loan from PSG. And we could potentially turn that into a permanent deal at the end of the season and or potentially look at bringing him in on another loan move, which would make really good financial sense and free up some much needed further funds for this summer's window. But since Areola has potentially, you could say, struggled to break into the number 1 slot at West Ham, the likelihood of such a move has potentially diminished, maybe, depending on how you look at it. Fabianski has reportedly agreed to sign a new 1-year deal with West Ham. And West Ham, of course, as we know, have been credited with looking at goalkeepers like West Brom's Sam Johnson, etc. And as we know, Areola has only made 1 league appearance for David Moyes' side since joining on loan from the summer. But he has played 13 games in other competitions such as the FA Cup, the League Cup, and the Europa League. Now, for me personally, I would really like to see Areola and I stay with West Ham, and I really feel like he could go on to become West Ham's number 1 for years to come. But it will, it'll be based on many things: assurances potentially of game time, investment into the squad. What we do know, though, is that Areola does love London, as he has stated several times in his previous interviews, and maybe a move to stay permanent in London, whether that be east or west, would be a realistic situation for Areola. Many West Ham fans think it would be a crazy decision for West Ham not to sign Areola on a permanent deal. What do you think? Get your comments in below and let me know your thoughts on Areola, east or west of London. Next up, though, is the story that's breaking. I mean, it depends on who you believe and what you want to believe, but it's really interesting because Vlasic, according to reports, could leave West Ham on loan or in a permanent deal already. And that's according to the Croatian national coach. The man himself has spoke out. So, of course, what we know about Vlasic is he arrived at Everton back in the summer of 2016. He was a little-known youngster coming to Goodison Park on the brink of, a couple of promising seasons with Hajduk Split. And when he signed for West Ham, years later, it's fair to say his expectations were different. He did potentially, you could say, struggle at Everton, but when he did come back to West Ham, he was an established Croatian international. He was a Russian Premier League Player of the Year winner and a midfielder with a great record goal scoring for CSKA Moscow. But so far, things haven't panned out that much better for Vlasic at West Ham like they did at Everton. He's just started 5 league games for us, scoring once. And according to the national coach, he could be and set to leave West Ham after just 12 months, and the reason why, in an attempt to boost his confidence ahead of the Croatia's trip, and obviously in the World Cup in Qatar starting in November. The manager said he's ready if he needs to go on loan from West Ham, just to play and come into the World Cup in the right form. He arrived at the club that wanted him, West Ham, asked for him and paid for him, but Moyes' style of play does not suit him. The manager went on to say he delighted himself in training and he's full of energy. He's aware of the situation. I talked to him and he said he was ready to fight. Now, it depends on how you look at this. I mean, Vlasic looks like he really does like his life at West Ham, and he's settled in with the squad. The squad have spoken out and said he's one of the best finishers that has been around at the club for many years. It's just whether or not he takes this opportunity. You know, we've had the likes of Benrahma struggle to settle in and maybe take a season or two to come in to the ranks, and maybe the likes of Fornals as well. So I just wonder what will happen here. And the pivotal thing here, the really interesting thing here is the World Cup. This plays a big, big thing in the situation. I could see him going out on loan and building up the confidence on the lead up to the World Cup. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Are you happy with the deal that we've got with Vlasic? Would you be happy to keep him in the team? Do you think he's going to get a bit more game time, especially if Moyes is looking to bring in more players in this summer? Let us know in the comments section below. And last but not least, West Ham are apparently in the race to sign this 16-year-old Scottish star. He currently plays for Kilmarnock, which is actually quite local to where I live. But reports are suggesting we're not the only club that are interested in him. Brighton and Wolves could be lining up to 250k bid for the young star. He's had a number of first-team appearances for Kilmarnock under their current manager, who's Derek McInnes. But, you know, Kilmarnock haven't yet decided whether to cash in on Mcarthur or instead bleed him through into the senior squad as they push for promotion. Kilmarnock are currently sitting top of the Scottish Championship, and the chance to play top-flight football in his home country could see him stick around again for another year. But he does look set to be the next big thing coming out of the lower leagues of Scotland, with few and far between making it from that position. But a big move to the Premier League will no doubt catch any player's eye, but could moving too early affect his career progression. He's been described as an unbelievable talent, and Kilmarnock play at the football stadium, Rugby Park. So any deal would have to probably include significant add-ons, as so many of these transfers for young players do. And maybe David Moyes' Scottish influence can help a deal. And West Ham have got, you know, many things going right for them, so maybe they could maybe pull someone of Mcarthur's quality in. He is a centre back. He does pick up good positions. He's very composed on the ball. He isn't rash that you sometimes find in young centre halves as well. And he's got all the tools to potentially go on and kick on. So I wonder if this is going to be another one of those young talents that Moyes looks to bring in to put into the development squad, because he's got a really good, bright future moving forward as well. So that's going to be interesting. And if you are new around here, like I said, please go and subscribe to the channel. Go and check out the West Ham Daily I did earlier today on Declan Rice and why I'm suggesting Declan Rice is going absolutely nowhere. Thank you for watching. Stay safe and join us tonight for the Tony Carr interview. And we'll be back tomorrow for another Hammers Headlines. Come on, you Irons.